Hey everyone, welcome back to Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. I hope everyone's doing well. Today's case, we are going to be talking about a hero, and that really doesn't do it justice. This man is more of a legend. His name is Kim Crumbo. He went missing in September of 2021. Before I get started with this video, I just wanted to remind anybody that anyone visiting any national park. We're going to be talking about Yellowstone in particular, and the reason I say this is because in the last year there have been so many news reports where people have been breaking the laws, jumping over fences, trying to get their feet in the crazy hot water, getting too close to the animals, which by law you must stay at least 25 yards or more away from the animals, and this is for both your protection and theirs. Unfortunately, when people disobey these laws, it often causes the animals to be put down and also causes people to be seriously injured. These fences areas are put up for a reason. They are for your protection and the safety of the parks. Please just, if you're going to be visiting these parks, please respect the laws and boundaries of the parks. In no way am I saying that this man, Kim, did any of these things. In fact, he was a hero. He was 74 years old. He was a Vietnam veteran, a former Navy SEAL, experienced river runner, a retired park ranger. He knew how to handle himself in all kinds of wild places. One of his good friends, Edward Abbey, an author and environmentalist, said that Kim knew the land. He was very astute. He knew what he was doing. He had the highest respect for nature and everything surrounding it. This is a picture of Kim. I'm going to show you some various maps up and the location of where he was last seen. Now, he was out on a boating, kayaking, hiking trip with his half-brother. This was a routine trip. Despite all the things that he had been through, going through tours in Vietnam, being a Navy SEAL, even though these are amazing accomplishments, he always knew that he wanted to give back to society and nature, and he felt like, the war wasn't really his thing. He was proud to serve, but he wanted to get back to America and serve society and protect the parks, research, learn about things. Like I said, he also became an avid long-distance outdoor runner. This man was 74 years old and was probably in better shape than most of us people that are under the age of 40. Just an amazing human being. Throughout his absolutely amazing career, he worked as a ranger in both the Olympic National Park as well as Grand Canyon National Park, where he did just amazing things. He helped an amazing number of people. Like I said, this man is more than just a hero. He is a legend. And he also, in his time during the service, he received not only the Presidential Award, but he also received the Bronze Star for personal acts of heroism. His friend Ken Sanders of Rare Books in Salt Lake City said that he had got to know Kim when they both appeared in the film Wrenched, which was a documentary about Abby's eco-activism legacy. He is unaware of how he was unable to make it out of this situation with all his training and knowledge. In September of 2021, him and his brother, Mark O'Neill, who is 67, they decided to go out for a paddling trip in this lake called Shoshone Lake, which is the park's second lake, is located at the head of the Lewis River, southwest of the West Thumb. which is about 8,000 acres. Its average year-round temperature is about 48 degrees, meaning that the survival time, if immersed in water, would be roughly 20 to 30 minutes. The two men were set for a 4-day overnight camping trip. The men were subsequently reported overdue by a family member on that following Sunday after failing to return from what seemed to be a simple 4-night backpacking paddling trip to this Shoshone lake. On Sunday, park crews located a vacant campsite with gear on the south side of this lake, as well as a canoe, paddle, life jacket, and other personal belongings on the east shore of the lake. Crews unfortunately then located the body of Mr. O'Neill, the half-brother, on the east shore on Monday morning. The search and rescue teams then brought in more people and continued their search throughout Tuesday. They brought in more people on foot. The Grand Teton National Park interagency helicopter and crews were also assisting. It was just one of those crazy mysteries because O'Neill and Crumbo were both National Park Service retirees, and like I said, Kim was a former Navy SEAL. While the search continued, an autopsy had determined that his brother, whose body was found on the shore of the lake in Yellowstone National Park, died of hypothermia, which is according to what park officials said. Mark O'Neill, 67, of Washington, had been on this 4-night backpacking trip to this lake with his brother Kim, who was 74, of Utah. A relative then, of course, like we discussed, had reported them missing. O'Neill's body was found on September 20th. However, a continued search for Kim was still not finding anything, and unfortunately the weather got even worse, got colder, more snow moved into the area. At first they had high hopes, especially due to this man's immense experience and knowledge, and all his knowledge with working with various parks and recreations over the years. However, after his family and friends saw how fast the lake and the area became so cold and just oppressive, they realized that he most likely had succumbed to either hypothermia or some kind of injury. They still don't know. He still has not been recovered to this day. One of his longtime friends, a Mr. John Davis, said, quote, "If I was in a pinch in a wild place and I had one person to call upon, it would be Kim Crumbo." Mr. Davis is head of the conservation organization that Kim had been working for when he went missing. This man, Kim Crumbo, did just an amazing thing. He was one of the first full-time employees of D. Holiday, which is a founder of Holiday River Expedition. He also worked for Ken Slight, the famous river runner and wilderness guide and activist. These two brothers were such familiar sights on the Colorado River that they were immortalized in a poem by Vaughn Short called "Seldom Seen" and His Macho Crew. Seldom Seen Smith is a character inspired by Slight in Abbey's 1975 classic novel, The Monkey's Wrench. This man just touched the lives of so many and gave so much. He was involved in the Grand Canyon Wildlands Council. While facing incredibly rough rapids, harsh elements, Crumbo and Burke worked together on numerous projects along the river, repairing trails, collaborating with members of various tribes to control erosion and control archaeological sites, and removing non-invasive plant species. On one such occasion, they removed a specific type of shrub from a location in Glen Canyon called Hidden Sloth and replaced them with native cottonwood and willow trees. Today, those trees, however, above all the water. He was just a very well-read, intelligent. He said what he needed to. He could speak at length about history, philosophy, about the river. He even wrote The River Runner's Guide to History of the Grand Canyon, in which he went into all kinds of detail of nearly every mile of the 277-mile run, from its start at Lee's Ferry to its end at Grand Wash Cliffs. This man was just a true hero and legend. He will be missed by everyone who loved and cherished him. And his wife, my thoughts and prayers go out to her. And I wanted to say that when she saw all this and she went to the location, she realized that because of the ice and everything that moved in quickly, she pretty much knew probably what had happened. She had gotten letters of people saying that something nefarious might have happened, somebody might have done something to him, but she doesn't think that. And I agree with her. I think that this was just a terrible accident to two wonderful souls that did so much for the parks and recreation and our landscape and humanity. They will be sorely missed. I want to dedicate this video to Kim Crumbo, Mark Crumbo O'Neill, Becky Crumbo, all their loved ones, all their families, all the people that they have loved and touched, all the people that have supported them and that they have been involved with. I just want to also thank you for your service. My thoughts and prayers are with all of you. I want to thank you all for watching. As always, thank you for all your wonderful support and all your comments and feedback. I really appreciate it. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music. Hopefully, I will see you all in the next one. Take care. As always, if you have any case suggestions for me, any feedback, comments, I always love hearing from you guys. If you have any calendar submissions or if you'd like to donate to the channel, I'll have that all in the description. I just want to reiterate that I just think that this man is beyond a hero. He is an absolute legend. I will have more information in the description if you would like to do further reading. This man just did so much in his life, and I'm just hoping and praying that by keeping his story alive, that hopefully one day we will find him. Hopefully bring his family more closure. I know that they're already so proud of him and all of his accomplishments, but I know that that closure can make all the difference. I thank you again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.